you think he should be executed?
Yeah.
Your job is to do your job, not to worry about me. That's what I'm saying. Well, I worry about me. You worry about yourself.
Brice Rambo Rhodes is suspected of shooting and murdering Christopher Jones in May 2016. Later the same month was charged with the murder of 14-year-old Larry Ordway and 16-year-old Maurice Reese Gordon. Moreover, during the time of the murder, Rhodes was serving probation for domestic assault for 2 incidents that occurred in 2013 and 2014. Later in 2014, he was again charged by his mother, who alleged that he grasped her by the neck and hit her in the temple. He was also previously convicted as a sex offender. In total, he had already been convicted twice for assault, 4 times for domestic violence, and twice for violating terms for his probation. The 2016 homicide victim brothers Larry Ordway and Maurice Gordon were last seen alive on the 21st of May 2016 in their own neighborhood. They left their mother's house on the same evening and never returned. According to witnesses' statements to police, they saw the brothers leaving with Brice Rhodes and 2 other teenage boys.
The bodies of Louisville teenage brothers Larry Ordway and Maurice Gordon were found in an abandoned lot in West Louisville. Detectives say the teenagers had been stabbed, tortured, and set on fire.
It looks like they're deceased and they've been burned.
This is the 911 call from a woman who discovered a horrific sight.
Those are kids. Those are kids. Huh? No, they're kids. And it hasn't been that long.
Through the wooded area of abandoned homes in the 400 block of River Park in West Louisville, we see the horrifying images of 2 bodies.
There's some shoe prints right here, too. There's some good shoe prints, too.
The next day, police discovered 2 dead bodies behind an abandoned house east of Shawnee Park in the 4000 block of River Park Drive. Those bodies were later confirmed as Larry's and Maurice's. According to the Courier-Journal, it was evident to the police from the crime scene that the 2 brothers were stabbed with sharp objects and beaten to death. Moreover, the killer also attempted to burn their dead bodies. Police arrested Rhodes. 2 days after the dead bodies were found, immediately after the bodies were discovered, police made Brice Rhodes their main suspect. Homicide detectives in the case brought in one of the teenage boys named Anjuan Carter and began interviewing him about the murder.
He put a toboggan over his head, he put a rag in his mouth, and he stabbed him.
Carter says he and another teen, Jacory Taylor, helped Rhodes move the body, then brought the other brother, 14-year-old Larry Ordway, into the living room.
We moved Maurice to the side, and we brought his brother, and we put the toboggan over his head. He put the body over his head, we put the sock in his mouth. So he's taking too.
Carter tells detectives Rhodes threatened him, saying that's why he helped stab one of the brothers. He says Jacory Taylor stabbed the other brother.
What happens next? He puts him in crates.
Carter says while Rhodes went to dump the bodies, he and Taylor cleaned up the crime scene.
He left me and Corey at the house to clean it up. He sat there and watched them burn.
They also soon arrested Jacory Taylor, the other teen boy who accompanied Rhodes. During the interviews, both Anjuan and Jacory claimed that Rhodes murdered the boys, forcing them to participate and wipe off pieces of evidence from the crime scene.
Tieran Coleman was booked into Metro Corrections today. Police arrested him after he was indicted in connection to the May murders of teen brothers Larry Ordway and Maurice Gordon. Police are not saying what role Coleman played in their death.
Later, on the 24th of May 2016, police spotted Rhodes on Preston Highway and arrested him using the warrant from his domestic abuse case from Indiana. Thus, after police took him off the streets, detectives worked on gathering more solid evidence against him. Rhodes faced numerous crime charges.
I need a lawyer, man. You're going to keep out of my place. I need a lawyer. I don't want to say, I'm sorry y'all questioned about something. I don't know where y'all getting at. What's going on. I just need a lawyer.
This is one of the men charged with their murders, Brice Rhodes. Through hours of footage, detectives say Rhodes enlisted the help of Ja'Cory Taylor and Anwan Carter, both under 18 at the time, to help kill Gordon and Ordway.
After around 7 hours of his arrest, police put double murder charges on him for brutally killing teen brothers Larry and Maurice. The investigators found evidence of blood at his house in Clifton Heights. It suggests that he killed them at his home and later dumped the bodies in the Shawnee neighborhood. The double murder charges also brought to light another crime Rhodes committed previously the same month. He had killed 40-year-old Christopher Jones by shooting. After the investigation, authorities found that both Larry and Maurice were in his car when he killed Christopher in the street. And, to erase off the witness of his crime, that is, murdering Christopher, Rhodes killed the teen boys days later at his own house. Thus, Rhodes was also charged with fatally shooting Christopher Jones in May 2016. Furthermore, since his arrest in 2016, Rhodes has faced several other criminal charges. In September 2016, he gave life threats to Judge Amber Wolf. He told her that he would find her place of residence and get to her. As a result, he was indicted for intimidating a legal process and giving a terroristic threat to a legal officer after the threat.
I think you know why. You know exactly why. Now, listen, stop talking. Have been... Are you done?
No, I'm done.
You've been charged in the 4th degree. I'm going to keep talking because I don't want to have to see you back here for this.
What you think where you live at? What you think at? None of that. I do.
So you're saying you're going to find out where I'm out?
None of that. You got something, I'll be out.
Okay. You've been charged with assault in the 4th degree, minor injury, terroristic threatening in the 3rd degree, with physical contact. New charges. I'm entering a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Would you like me to read the arrest warrant to you?
No, I'm not guilty.
I just said that.
Not guilty.
I just said that.
I'll be out.
I'm going to play public defender's office. Ms. Shoring, that was a threat against the court. I think that I'm asking the county attorney's office to take that into account and consider what to do with that.
January 2017, he tried to escape from his cell by digging a hole using a sharp metal object. The correctional officers noticed the spot and immediately took him under control. However, they could not retrieve the metal object as he allegedly flushed it in the toilet. Later in November 2018, Rhodes faced another charge for blowing kisses to the victim's mother. When confronted by Jefferson Circuit Court's judge, he said, "I'll do what I want to do. Let's get that understood."
I didn't say you were committing.
Okay.
I'm saying you're not helping yourself.
Continue what you were saying.
I'm
out of smell.
I would suggest you do what helps you, not what hurts you.
Okay.
That's
what I want to do.
Well,
Let's
do
get
what
that
you want to do.
understood.
That's fine.
Let's get that understood.
I'm sorry.
Let's get that understood.
Well, you made that.
Continue what you were saying.
Wren's statements. Marie Wren, the teen's mother, stated to Wave 3 News in 2016 that she knew Rhodes and was aware that her children were hanging out with him. She claimed Rhodes was looking to persuade her children to perform his criminal planning on Jones, but they were slain when the teens learned about his plans. The mother also stated that her sons had witnessed Christopher Jones's murder and were killed next.
All right, the court will now read the verdict. Verdict Form 1A, murder as to Christopher Jones. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict Form 2A, murder as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict Form 3A, murder as to Larry Ordway. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict Form 4, tampering with physical evidence. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict Form 5, abuse of a corpse, as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict Form 6, abuse of a corpse, as to Larry Ordway. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty.